We settled in? Good. Let's just make sure everything's wrapped up and prepared once we get our rest. And let's keep it down. We don't know how stable this cave is, and I'd rather not trigger a collapse on top of us. Looks mostly held up by rock and ice, but you never know how heavy the snow is above us, so... yeah. So, how you enjoying the scout so far? Yeah. Not exactly a glamorous life, but we're getting all the supplies we need out here to bring back home. Thankfully, the beacons left behind are easy enough to track. I'm glad you joined up. I wasn't sure if we would need the numbers on our team or not, but you ended up being a really valuable addition, so welcome aboard. We don't really get to hear a lot about what's happening at home, but hopefully everything is stable enough to keep it self-sustained. Yeah. You want some whiskey? It'll help warm you up. Here. It's the strong stuff, too. Yeah, we find a lot of stuff out here. Both actual supplies and also traces of the people who were once here. Some of it's secret. Some of it we have to keep between ourselves and the captain's team that we report back to. Yeah, we use communication devices. These things, thankfully through all the snow and ice, it doesn't disrupt our comms, so we can keep in touch. I'm sure you'll be permitted to have one after this run. I think they just want to, prove yourself or something like that. If it were up to me, you'd have one, but not my choice. Suppose if you're going to be part of the scout squad, might as well tell you some of the dirty little secrets we found. As fun as it is, I can't quite say that it's all happy news. Some of it is, though. Some of it's just gossip and left behind stories of different survivors who have long moved on, either dead or exploring somewhere out there. Yeah. So, do you want to know how this whole thing started? The frost. Or at least one of the leading theories on it. Right. I personally believe it's a mix of things. We've been moving really heavy into the industrialization. So naturally, a lot of the corporations went really hard on the steam-powered stuff. Screwed up the world's climate and left it vulnerable. That by itself hurt the world, but, it wasn't a killing blow. Then, do you remember the earthquakes? Or even close enough to feel them? I imagine so because they said that it could be felt around the world, but I can't really verify. Anyways, those earthquakes were a volcano erupting, one of the biggest in the world. It shook everything, it exploded, and it spit a bunch of fumes into the air. And along with all those fumes and smoke, it rose up, it blocked out the sun so strongly that it couldn't heat up the world. And by the time that the sun was visible again, it didn't really matter. Now the skies are covered in smog and clouds and left us open for a hell of a snowstorm. Yeah, it's pretty grim stuff. Okay. Listen. What I'm about to tell you, you cannot tell anyone. Okay? Alright. So before you joined, obviously I was on this team with everyone else. We were on the typical patrol to find supplies, passing by old abandoned buildings, warehouses, long abandoned farms, the usual stuff. And the refugees coming in from the northeast? Well, we were headed that direction to find anything that was left behind, all the way up until Tesla City, then we turned back. The refugees said that they were moving because things kept just getting colder and colder in that direction, and their best bet was to move southwest, till they eventually found us. But I think I saw what was making it colder. There was a massive storm. Lightning, snow and ice everywhere. I couldn't even see past it. It was just a giant white wall of death. If it's already this cold here, I can't imagine how cold it's going to be in the eye of the storm, and it's headed right for the city. There's nothing we can do to stop it. We can only prepare. No. We can't let this get out. Not right now. We're still dealing with the aftermath of the Londoners. If this is revealed right now, the city's done. We told the captain, and he said that he's doing everything he can to prepare. But I just hope it's enough. A storm like that could wipe out the city easily. We're all gonna have to go into overdrive if we want to keep ourselves alive. I just hope that this all works out. It's got to. Otherwise we're already dead. Sorry, it's just been on my mind, and I'm pretty sure it's been on everyone else's too. I figured if you're gonna be part of the scout crew, then well, you might as well be in the know. Judging from the wind and the direction, I give it 2 weeks at most before it arrives. Before then, we should be recalled back to the city. I guess all we can do is hunker down with everyone else and hope it passes us by. That we have enough wood, coal, and food to sustain us. Yeah. Anyways, we should get some shut-eye. predicted to make it to the next landmark in about 6 hours from now. So that's about 4 hours of rest, 2 hours of walking. And then we hightail it back. If you need to sleep in my sled, just let me know while we're walking. I can carry it. Right. Alright, let me know if you need anything. Hey everyone, thank you for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this audio, and if you did, feel free to like and comment and subscribe and, all that good stuff. I know it's been a bit since I really hunkered down and made consistent audios. Ever since January, I've just been really, really freaking burnt out. I need to sit myself down and do all that, but in the meantime, I have been working behind the scenes, started up a Twitch channel, and all that good stuff. Also, the previous Pathfinder poll was the final one. However, the Pathfinder's role will be changed. Pathfinder patrons will now be able to submit Q&As, or Q&A questions that will be answered during the credits of, I'd say every other audio or so, or maybe like 2 audios a month, something like that, so we can like space them out and, have fun with that. But yeah, that is, that should be going up now. By the time this audio is up, the Pathfinder Q&A should be up, so I want to make absolute certain that if you're a Pathfinder patron, please comment under the Q&A post, because I want to make sure you're getting what you're paying for. But yeah, that's all for now. Thank you for listening, and thank you especially to the following patrons: Katori Rod, Len Girl, Lee, Kitty243, Sammy Sam R, Alicia, Clarabelle Pagan, Aleswith, Tricky Bunnytail, Adler S, MG, Deborah Bosshard, Silverhawk EG, Earl Grey Audios, Christopher Stevens, Christy Hall, Ruby, Wendy Wayne, Ma, Elizabeth Williams, Only a Potato, Miss Effie, Patrice Gilton, Helios Flame, Anna, Kay, Inspector Lemon, Mia Khan, Hannah Lonsenth, GD, Elmo, Honeybee, Anna DLC, Zed Zero, Kurt Wilkes, Safadil, Ravioli Senpai, Outer, Freaky Flatwoods, and Rosethorn. Those are all my patrons on the Diplomat and Higher tier, and if you want to join them, the Patreon link is in the description below. Anyways, that's all for now. Thank you for listening, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.